the beginning really quick, just to kind of get a general, the shape of whatever you're going to draw out. And you don't worry too much about detail or anything like that. Yeah, I find doing it really fast is better because you don't overthink, and you don't worry about making mistakes. You just kind of get it down there, and then you start to fix it later with a real pencil. I'm going to warn you guys, this will probably be a really bad drawing in that, because I usually spend a lot more time on doing this. But. So I just do, like I said, really fast, and I don't worry at all about mistakes or details or anything. I just kind of get my first ideas down, and then I get a real pencil, and you can use any kind of pencil. I just use one of these regular old mechanical pencils, and that's when I start to spend a little bit more time and get the details and the proportions right and stuff like that. And, you know, on any given day, I'll sit down in the morning and start working. Usually, just to do like one little, I'm just doing one drawing now, but to do one little panel of a comic might take 4 or 5 hours sometimes, just to get the pencils proper. So I spend a lot of time doing this.
Oh, I can see his face.
That's good, I'm glad.
I didn't notice that.
So like I said, I usually spend a lot more time on this, but I'll just do it real quick. Alright, so normally I would spend tons of time getting like a background all drawn really nicely, and I'd use a ruler. So then what I do is I use these pens, like, you can really use any kind of pen. Sometimes I just use like normal, you know, black pens of any kind, or Sharpies or whatever, but often what I use are these kind of old-fashioned pens that you dip in ink. And the reason I use those is because where a normal pen, you know, the line is always the same width, whereas these pens you can do really, you can use really thin lines like that, or if you press harder, you can do really thick lines with the same pen. It gives like the drawing a lot more character and personality, and you can kind of vary the line, do shadows and stuff. Batman never smiles, that's the #1 rule.
Ethan, you watch it?
So I'll do all my lines like that, kind of do the outline of the drawing, and then after that, the last sort of stage would be to get a brush, and this is a kind of a really old brush that I brought, all messed up, but you can really use any kind of brush, and that's what I do my shadows with. It's kind of my favorite part of drawing, is doing this part. So that's usually when it really starts to kind of look like whatever you want it to look like. And I also always smudge my hand like that. You don't have to use white out, which gets messy.
Isn't it cool how it's just like transforming right in front of your eyes?
Yeah, this is my favorite part. It's like all the work, the hard work you did before, it starts to work. That's why Batman's fun, because you can use so much shadow and black. You can, trust me. I don't know how well you draw now, but I was probably worse. It takes a lot of practice, but I think anyone can draw if they practice.
So is this the kind of techniques you learned when you went to school?
Yeah, you learn stuff
They
like
would
this.
teach you all this.
Yeah, and a lot of it, I didn't know anyone who did comic books, so I just had to kind of teach myself, and I would just try different things and compare it to drawings that I liked in a comic and say, oh, it kind of looks, that must be the kind of pen they were using there, because I would kind of get the same, just a lot of trial and error,
Yeah.
experimenting and stuff.
Mrs. Moore should go to art school, eh?
Anyway, there's Batman. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do all day, every day, is just sit for hours and do this. It's a lot of fun.
Can I keep you drawing?
What's that?